Hey guys, so I have a tag for you. This is a really fun one that we're doing in Geeks and Beauties on Facebook. Um, so there's a bunch of questions. A bunch of people are doing it. I'm going to answer the questions, and it's a really fun one. It's the 90s tag. I am 30. I grew up, I was born in 1985, but my actual, you know, years of childhood were in the 90s, so this really applies to me. Some of the questions are like, so I'm like, okay, cool. But the first one is your favorite Disney film. I think that my favorite one from the 90s would be Little Mermaid. That one came out in 1993. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Little Mermaid I watched over and over and over. I mean, I'm more of the old school Disneys, like Cinderella and stuff like that. But Little Mermaid was one of my favorites. Favorite music artist. I like so much music in the 90s. Matchbox 20, Alanis Morissette, all the way to when NSYNC started in the 90s, late 90s. You Kids on the Block. Yes. Favorite candy or sweets? Nerds. The bubble rope stuff. Bubble rope, the big bubble tape. There you go. Bubble tape. Favorite game or board game, school game, etc. 7 Up. Do you remember that? Like, put your head down and your thumb up. I don't remember exact rules, but that one was played a lot in school when I was younger. Twister was fun back in the day. Favorite McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Do you remember for the girl version toy? It was like the little princess Barbies and you could snap on their clothes, or they look like brides and stuff. I'll insert pictures of this stuff so that you can remember and have a little nostalgia with me. Favorite book? I don't know. That's a tough one because, I mean, I read when I was younger, but I don't like. I remember reading The Outsiders in school, but look what's going on with my hair. But that was like in the 80s. So, well, I didn't read it in the 80s, but the book was from the 80s. I guess like Goosebumps and that type of books. I really enjoyed those. Favorite clothing store. It's not really a store, but I remember getting, and I never ordered anything. I think I ordered something off of there once, and like half the stuff didn't fit me because I was a chunky little child. But anyways, it was Delia's. Do you remember getting that? I mean, it was a store, I think, like you could go to the stores, but there wasn't any around where I lived. But I used to get the catalog in the mail and be like, oh my gosh, and circle everything I wanted. I remember loving Delia's so much. But I mean, they had a little bit of a plus. I wasn't fat when I was younger, but I wasn't like, petite. So a lot of their stuff was like, my size wouldn't necessarily fit me because I would order online. I think I ordered like twice from there. But I would like have a list long things and be like, Mom, I want everything out of here. And she'd be like, no. So I never really got much from them. And I remember shopping at Old Navy a lot when Old Navy started in 1994, I believe. And I shopped there a lot. It's, I still shop there sometimes. Favorite Nick Jr. show. Well, I enjoyed the Rugrats. Clarissa Explains It All. I watched all that. Pretty much anything. Are You Afraid of the Dark was a big one that I watched. What would you watch when you got home from school? I feel like I would watch Boy Meets World. All the Disney movies and shows. Oh my gosh. Like, I would watch every one of those. And a lot of the ones I just said from Nick Jr., Close Explains It all that. I would watch those. A lot of those goofy family game shows. Do you remember the one with the slime and all that? I used to watch all that stuff. I mean, yeah. It's a tough one. I mean, it's a fun tag. It makes you like remember like how much easier life was back in the 90s when you were younger. I mean, people in this tag are going to be all different ages, but I think we can all say that we did a lot of these things in the 90s. We're not too far from each other where the age difference would, someone wouldn't know what I'm talking about. So I hope you enjoyed this tag. Please be sure to check out Geeks and Beauties, which I'll have linked down below. It's a really fun community. We do a lot of stuff like this. We do swaps, collabs, tags. It's just so much fun. And I will link everybody down below who is doing this tag. And if you want to do this tag, please feel free to do so. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share. As always, appreciate it. Bye, guys.